Alright, here at No Reserve we have our one owner, all original 1987 Ford Bronco Eddie Bauer. It's a super solid truck. It's all original paint except for the hood and cowl have been painted at some point that I'll kind of show a little closer. But it's always been in Washington State. Comes in a clean Washington State title. Really just overall super clean truck. It's the navy blue metallic. This is before the clear coat day, so it's still a single stage paint. It's got the updated aluminum wheels out of like a mid-90s Bronco or F-Series. Overall, just really clean, nice, original condition. You can see the hood, has that, the paint job was done a long time ago on the hood, and it just hasn't aged as well. You can see how shiny the original paint is, and then the hood's got some tiny little blisters and stuff on it in the cowl. So you can get that repainted. But it's pretty dry. Like if you try to wax it, it'll soak up the wax pretty good. But it's got all its original glass. Even the front windshield still got the Carlite logo. There's a couple of chips in it, and then the other side I'll show you it's got some fogging. But it's getting a little late in the day here, so I'm gonna show you the interior first. It has really clean interior, non-smoker, no pets. The seats are in excellent condition. I mean, they have no real breakdown, no holes, no slits. Carpet's in nice condition. You will get a little bit of darkening from the feet here. Dash is really nice. You have a little bit of wear on the wood trim, a little wear on the steering wheel. Visors are in nice condition. Even these little loops are nice and tight. The actual felt material on the headliner is missing. I'll take you through here. You can see the pedals are in really nice shape. Door hinges are nice on both sides. The door is shut nice and solid. This era of F-Series and Bronco kind of have some common issues, like the painted speakers kind of always chip out. It's very slightly faded up here, two little marks. This is a little discolored. It's getting a little late in the day, so the camera's kind of showing a kind of more of an heightened version, but it looks really nice. As you'll see in the pictures, show a little more crisper, clearer color. You can see there's no rust on the bottom of the door. A little bit of surface rust right here, but it's nice solid metal. This is where the paint's chipped away, but you might want to address that. There's the VIN number. Very little entry wear, nice condition throughout here. I mean, the carpet's still got that nice kind of like woven, puffy look. It's not all beaten down and flat. So it's got 128,778 original miles. That's tracked correctly through auto check and everything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the back window down. It has all its original books. The rear window goes up and down nice and fast from the inside switch, but the outside switch doesn't seem to be working. But it's got its original keys, both sets. Let's pull it away. I'll take you back here. The rear cargo area is in excellent condition. Side panels are a little bit faded, but they're not scuffed up or anything. You see the paint is in nice condition. Even these original anodized parts are still nice and shiny. One strap is broken, but you can get those even at like O'Reilly's for really cheap. But you can see the top has never been off. All the side panels around and the middle panels are there. All the trim's nice. No rust, real common rust down here. There's a little bit of surface rust right there, but you can see usually this whole lip is just rusted out right there. So you see you got a little bit of surface rust, but no big deal. The felts on the top are cracked and dry, but again, an easy, cheap replacement. You can find them on eBay, Amazon, LMZ Truck. Paint's got, you'll find out throughout the truck, the paint job is, 31 years old, going on, basically, I guess she's 32 years old now. That's January. But, there's some, you're going to have this kind of like just a little wear in the paint. You'll have all the pinstriping's original. It's a single single piece pinstriping that you haven't been able to get for decades. Usually, you know, always if a vehicle gets repainted and they pinstripe it, they'll have to go like the darker color and then a small pinstripe over the top of it, and you'll feel it. But it's all original Ford stuff. It's cool to see it's still got its front and rear license plate frames after all these years of the original dealership. Rubbers are in nice shape. You know, the chrome shows some aging. You know, some little scuffs here and there, but it's no tow package, so you know it hasn't been used hard. Now the top pad of the bumper looks really nice. Still got the original spare. You can see the cover is, you know, a little dry and brittle and shrunken. It's a little bit twisted. I was gonna pull it off and straighten it out, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to get it back on there. But just like the door felts and the rear window felts, and you know, the rear tail lights are faded. That's what's great about these trucks. I mean, you can get brand new tail lights to the door for 25 bucks. You can get a new tire cover for about $20 to the door. They're just amazing and cheap to fix up and maintain. You can see the tire carrier's never gotten out of control and dented the side. There is a very slight crease here, but I think you can get a paintless dent guy because there's no real paint damage. You can get them to iron that out a little bit. It just messed up the pinstriping a little bit, but you know, there's pinstriping chipped all over this thing, so no big deal. But you can see those nice wheel wells, no chips. But this is like what I was talking about. You know, you're gonna find these little chips here and there, but to me, that's the trade-off for having original paint. You know, I'll take that stuff, you know, because you look at this truck and you know it's not hiding anything. No rust down here. All the underside photos are nice. You can see it in nice shape. Again, it's just chipped. But you can see after the tires, I mean, really nice condition. Just a few chips. You can see that nice shiny paint. Tires got a ton of tread left. Again, the cowl and the hood are just not that shiny. This is originally, you know, this kind of happens with some fogging. You know, again, the door felts are a little bit dry, stuff like that. So, you know, it's not gonna be a perfect Bronco, you know, but it's cool to see one owner after this many years. Original painted pinstriping all the way around. Another sign that hasn't been repainted because most people go vinyl. Also, you won't find any tape marks in any of the door jambs. But you'll see the door panels are kind of in the similar condition. You'll see some little marks here, a couple little marks. This is a little discolored, but it's not all pulled out. It's nice and tight. Nobody's been inside the door panels and pulled them off and broke them or cracked them. Again, the door's shut, nice and solid. You can see the paint's got nice depth reflection. You can see, you know, me. You know, I'm a couple feet away, so you know, for being in the shade or being a little late at night, it's pretty impressive. Carpet's just in really nice shape. I mean, center console's in nice shape. You know, no holes are busted in here. The top of the dash is a little bit scuffed up. Something's gone on there with the original painted color. You know, all the original books, four-wheeling, Bronco, you know, all this stuff still intact. It's cool to see. You know, it is a 1987, so it's got the sought-after C6 automatic transmission. So how you get in the back is you pull this, it pops up, and if you pull it some more, the seat folds forward. But both sides, you know, how these are designed in the 87 to 91s is to enter through the passenger side. So this is all zips up, still nice and tight. The driver's side's the same way. All the plastics are in nice condition. You know, ashtrays have never been used. Again, the top's never been off. No sun fading on any of the panels up here. Still got your nice Eddie Bauer logo. Yeah, no rust, any of the dog legs. The top does, the paint's a little bit thin. I mean, you know, it's kind of expected. I mean, the guy waxed it and buffed it throughout the years. You know, you'll see little blemishes, like maybe there was underneath a tree at some point. Paint's, some condensation's gotten underneath the paint right there. It's blistering it up a little bit, but it's nice and solid. No leaks inside. It's missing the Eddie Bauer logo on both sides. Again, cheap replacements and Novice stone chips along the front valance. You know, the headlights don't have any condensation, either the corner lights, which is pretty impressive. They're not all yellow, but you're gonna have some aging the chrome. And again, like I was talking about before, you can get brand new headlights, corner lights, chrome, grille, and everything for about, you know, you can find them on eBay for about 180 bucks. Looks like the front bumper, maybe they might have bumped into something a little bit. The gap's a little bit bigger on the passenger side, but there's plenty of adjustment on those things where you can adjust that out. You know, you're gonna have these little chips. Again, it you know, it's going to show, you know, its age a little bit. You know, get some entry wear, that type of stuff, but looks pretty impressive for its age. You know, the paint's not all wore away right there, and that kind of just shows the low miles. You know, a little bit of wear on the gas door, it's kind of just typical. But and again, up here is paint's got some condensation that's chipped it away. It's got a little bit of surface rust, but you can hear that's nice solid metal. So all right, we're gonna do a driving video too, so we should try to separate them to not make them too long, because some people are only interested in the outside stuff and some people only want the driving mechanicals. But you can see, you know, paint's thin, you know, it's thinned out. You look down the panels a little bit, you know, you'll see a very slight thinning on the sides from all the waxings and buffs. But all right, this is gonna be a 7-day auction at no reserve, so good luck.